Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Brooklyn Supreme, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, don't call me Booker Supreme because if you come back, I'll kill you.
Booker Supreme sounds like a really shitty Taco Bell menu item.
I'll take the Booker Supreme.
Yeah, and an enchilada, and
it's just five fried chicken covered in cheese. It's all it is.
I like 5 layers of beans and salsa.
There you go.
5 layers, 5 times 5 layers.
Yeah, 5 triple bypass surgeries later, you're gonna be okay.
Wait, I don't know about that. That's called a new heart, is what that's called.
Well, you heard it. The man who needs a new heart is Big Rig Nick Utam.
Yeah, I need any donors out there? Anybody, please?
Get him a baboon heart.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Ass.
Hey,
that's racist.
And finally, Kendo Slice.
There is no Kendo, only Zool.
So, folks, we are back with another episode of World Class Bullshitters, episode 141. And we got all kinds of big. I know. You know, it's funny. I was making the title card a while ago. I'm thinking to myself, 141 episodes. And then I was listening to our friend, I believe his name's Seth, and he's like posting in our Facebook group, yeah, man, I'm going back through all the old episodes. And thinking to myself, man, good luck. He's like, I just listened to episode 10, that 90s episode. It was hilarious. And then our buddy, Tap and Die was talking about, yeah, man, wait till you get the Steve Harvey episode. So I'm like, oh God, the Steve Harvey episode is the joke that'll never die. That's all I can say.
Apparently,
it wasn't even that good.
No, I'm on it.
I refuse to be ashamed of it, and I love that episode. Oh, so much.
I'm not ashamed. I just don't think it's that funny.
I mean, it's at least a solid 5
out of 10.
It's an episode.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll agree. It's a solid 5 out of 10. I'm not going to deny it.
We're saying 5.9, 5.8 level shit here, boys.
Whoa! Calm yourself, Dion. Calm yourself.
All right, we're getting into the decimals of this shit. Let's keep this show focused. So, folks, we have the Star Wars news to cover. We have Captain Marvel to cover. I was in the middle of making a Captain Marvel video when the Star Wars news came out. And, you know, when Star Wars admits fault or Disney admits fault for Star Wars, you know, I got to be there to kind of rub their noses in it. So we'll talk about that in the roundtable discussion in just a moment. But first, let's start the show like we always do. A very special thank you to all of our patrons. So this week, we have to welcome Mechaland War Robots, James Nunn, Sarah Hood, Dominic Scotch, Robert S. Thank you very much, Robert S. Timothy 87, Brandon J. Sorensen, Anna, wow, I'm going to mess up this last name and I apologize in advance. Nisa Proska, maybe I got it right, who knows. We also like to thank Brian Grazer, maybe the guy from Hollywood, maybe the Brian Grazer, that'd be crazy. I'd also like to thank, where are we at? Eddie Cantillo, longtime listener, first-time patron. Thank you, Eddie Cantillo. Thank you to the DJ D Show once again, and our newest patron, Hofsep McGarrigan. So thank you very much to all of our newest patrons. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do the stuff we do. So let's talk about 2 things we're doing here on the channel. Dorn, I don't know. Who's Jamie Dorn? Isn't that an actress or something? So first off, folks, let's talk about Stealing Solo. So it is so close to its first stretch goal. We are literally dollars away, and not thousands of dollars, not that crazy. We're $151 away from the stretch goal of 30 grand. So hopefully that'll happen during tonight's live stream, and we can, enjoy that. But we talked about what the Patreon allows us to do. So let's announce something first here. So folks, in March, World Class Bullshitters is going to attend another convention. We're going to be at Horror Hound Cincinnati. Now you're thinking, why aren't you on the East Coast? Why aren't you on the West Coast? Why aren't you here? Why aren't you there? Well, you got to take into account that we're going to be at Horror Hound. Here's how this is going to work for me. I'm going to go to Horror Hound in March 15th through the 17th at the Sharonville Convention Center here in Cincinnati. Then I'm going to WrestleMania. Then that following Wednesday, I'm going to be in Chicago for Star Wars Celebration. So I'm not going to have much free time between April and May-ish. I don't know. The build-up to the Avengers is going to be a crazy time. But it's your chance to come meet us, come hang out with us, and ask our friends like Superfan Adam Shawhan, Tim Riggs, Jeff the Iron Wolf Cowabunga, who's now a Michael Myers name, All those people that came to hang out with us had a good time. Jeremy Peerboom, Drew from Comics Elite, all those guys. We had a fantastic time. So if you can make it to Cincinnati in March, please do. We'll have some fun. Like I said earlier to the guys, I live here. I know the city. We'll be able to do a lot more crazy shit. Won't be confined to one block downtown. So let's start the show. But before we do, we had 3 super chats rolling. Thank you very much to our friend Dayton Pfeiffer. You get the first super chat of the evening. Dion, your James Bond question last week, Friday, when Jeff posted a video at the closed Toys R Us store. So Dion,
Yeah.
our friend Dayton Pfeiffer wants to cast you as James Bond.
I greatly appreciate it. I think that I like to think it's my charisma, my strong sense of awareness under pressure, and my strong willingness to do what's right is what led you to that decision. But you're high as fuck, my man. But I appreciate it.
There will be so many white women to slay. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
And shout out to my boy Adam Shahan, my main man. I cannot wait, brother.
McKean United says Jeff, The Rock Hicks, and Brooklyn Supreme, Dion Green, the new Bert and Ernie.
I feel that in a weird way, in a total non-homosexual way, fits.
Yeah, I feel like if we lived together and we were, tight on space, it wouldn't be too weird to have 2 twin beds in the same room. We'd be drunk most nights, so we'd black out. But I mean,
right, and then we'd also be, considered enough to be like, hey, listen, man, I gotta have some alone time. I gotta get to know my girl, my girl, Eve Lawrence, and you'd be like, okay, cool, and I'm like, all right.
Wait, did you say Eve Lawrence?
For me.
Eve Lawrence? Damn, dude, you pulled that one out of nowhere.
I love Eve Lawrence.
Oh, me too. Shit,
I was big on Miss Lawrence in college.
Oh, geez, is she still? Is she okay?
I've actually subscribed to her on Instagram. I have to send you the link.
Oh shit! Please do.
Yes, sir.
I googled her to make sure it's who I thought it was. Third response: Eve Lawrence porn, free anal cream pie.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her.
Oh yeah, trust me. I would never lead you straight to Eve Lawrence, the hostess on QVC.
I mean, sometimes we talk about some weird shit.
We do. True. Yeah, that is true too.
Isn't a stretch anymore. Well, since you get her, I'll bring over Alexandra Daddario. It'll all work out just in the end. Yeah. Party Omsavi, thank you very much. This is only the beginning. Strap yourselves in. Victory is just over the horizon. Keep pushing until Kathleen is out. Don't stop now.
It sounds like you pulled something. Are you okay?
Yeah, well, when you spell it URRAAAAA, all capitals, it's unless it's supposed to be like a Wilhelm scream, and I completely missed that.
Okay.
So
does your dick still work? You all right?
It's still good, man. We're all good.
Your dick still work?
We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you? And then Aunt Baldwin says Elektra is the first Marvel female-led film, not Carol. Yeah, there we go.
Technically.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think anyone on this panel is like going gaga over that goddamn trailer. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that shit.
But let's talk about the big news that everyone clicks on. When we post Star Wars shit, people click on it. Why? Because it's a hot button topic. They took the thing we love, they bastardized it, and they got pay. So let's talk about them having to pay. So Disney CEO Bob admitted that the theatrical rollout of the Star Wars franchise may have been a little too much too fast.
Ooh,
in a wide-ranging interview. Yeah, right? So color me surprised. In a wide-ranging interview.
Is that a sharp beige?
Yes.
It's more of a light mocha. Okay, more of a light mocha.
Gotcha, right.
But it's a matte. No sheen, no gloss on this. In a wide range. Okay, this is the beauty of live radio. So in an interview ranging with the Hollywood Reporter for its annual THR 100 list, a ranking of Hollywood's most powerful people, Iger said that he takes the blame for the timing of the movie's releases. You can expect some slowdown. That doesn't mean we're not going to make film, said Iger, who landed at number 1 on the list. Critics and analysis have argued about the rush of movies over the last few years that have led to Star Wars fatigue. Maze Solo, Star Wars.
No. It wasn't fatigue. It was the backlash. It was the mouth breathers. It was the racists and the misogynists, as they said, the quote unquote vocal minority. No. It wasn't Star Wars fatigue. It wasn't fatigue over their constant pushing of a narrative that they couldn't even back up themselves. No. It had nothing to do with that. It was simply the vocal minority. This guy must be lying, Jeff. You're telling me and the other fucking loyal Star Wars fans that he's just lying.
Yeah, well, Bob, you're full of shit, my friend.
Well, if we're the vocal minority, I don't know how Solo did such shit. So
if we're the vocal minority, why are they afraid of us?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like and again, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of, and I don't mean to sidetrack you from the story. I just want to point out, there are in every fan base people that you're just like, Jesus Christ, this guy has a voice on the internet. But specifically, it was just so fun that little window of time watching Lucasfilm try their damnedest to blame everyone else, the vocal minority. One of the dumbest phrases ever in terms of entertainment, the vocal minority, because again, everyone else, like the people who made the movie, can't say shit somehow. They're stifled, even though they own the fucking property. But it's the vocal minority who ruined the film. It's like, okay, all right, motherfuckers. And sure enough, one of the dudes who was running the whole show in terms of putting out the films himself has said, yeah, maybe we kind of fucked up a little bit, guys.
Well, I find it interesting when you read these articles, they don't mention Kathleen Kennedy. They don't mention Rian Johnson. Now, the Kathleen Kennedy thing, people have said, well, he's deflecting for Kathleen Kennedy. It's not really her fault. Anyway, he's assuming the blame. He's white knighting for Kathleen Kennedy. Whatever the case may be, if you pay attention to these articles, they mention Star Wars Episode 9, and they mention the Benioff and Weiss Star Wars sagas from the guys that do Game of Thrones. They don't talk about Rian Johnson's trilogy. Rian Johnson's trilogy is not in the public eye. If it's happening, they don't want anyone to know about it because there's a stink on that man. His round-headedness has just permeated every part of Star Wars and fucked it up. Let's not even try to be funny about it. He ruined Star Wars. One guy, one little frumpy bitch ruined Star Wars.
Rian Johnson.
He stinks like a rotten turd.
His name should be Ryan Stank Johnson.
You got to be using it to get some stank on it.
That was a Kevin Hart from Soul Plane level joke, Kendo, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
He was in Soul Plane?
Yeah, he was.
He was the main guy in Soul Plane.
Yeah. He ran the airport or his
He was
part of
the one
it.
whose
Anyway.
ass got stuck in the toilet. Which, if we all think about Kevin Hart real long and real hard, we can all agree if anyone's ass is gonna get stuck in a shitty toilet on an airplane, it's fucking Kevin Hart
Or Vern Troy.
or yeah. Well, I feel
anymore.
like Vern would get out. Kevin Hart would just be like, I'm short. Ah, fuck. I'm Kevin Hart. I know Snoop Dogg. And then that's the end of his set.
Thanks, Kevin. We're gonna get somebody else now.
Plane 2
Is
directed
Kevin
by
here on
Stank
the
Johnson.
podcast? Holy shit.
I know, right? This article, we really covered the important parts. Okay, look it. There have been 4 Disney Star Wars. 4. There have been 4.
Yep,
Disney
4.
Star Wars
Yep.
in under 3 calendar years.
Mhm.
People are like, well, more Star Wars is great. Too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing, no matter what it is. I love Bond flicks. If they put out a James Bond movie every year, even I would get tired of that shit. And we'll talk about new James Bond flicks as we go.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. Yeah, especially with Bond, like they take forever to make. Even with like Mission Impossible movies, to me, they're just getting better, and that's because it takes so long to make.
Yeah, and it gives you. I was watching Mission Impossible 1 last week, and I realized how much Tom Cruise has changed yet stayed the same. But I also thought about the franchise and how it went from smaller scale espionage to some of the biggest action set pieces in decades.
Yep.
And that's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
nice
That's
evolution.
after, and again, to further drive that point home, that's after Mission Impossible 2, which people love for how campy it was, but
That movie
Mission
sucks.
Impossible 2, it was John Woo at his John Wooziness, and the franchise is still one of the biggest on the fucking planet.
Oh yeah, dude. 2 was, man, the fucking beginning. Just the helicopter shots,
random slow
free
motion.
climbing, and then him getting on the rock, and then like the helicopter comes and shoots the goddamn.
And what's the song that he was listening to? Hey, come my way. And then you're like, this is a Mission Impossible movie? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Just like the free climbing and the thing with the glasses. Oakley fucking like owned that movie. It was fucking.
Listen, when you have a slow motion vehicular combat between Tom Cruise and Thandie Newton, you may want to reevaluate what the fuck you're doing in your movie.
Yeah. I feel Mission Impossible 2 is a step down from the first one.
It is, but I love Mission Impossible 2 so much. And two, the other thing, on top of all that shit, Doug Ray Scott gave up Wolverine to be in fucking Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah, he did. Talk about a mistake. There are a few mistakes bigger than turning down to play Wolverine for Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're going by, well, I could work with John Woo, who is a legend, or I could work with Bryan Singer, who is nefarious for other things. So maybe Doug Scott, well, I'm sure shit was going on back in the day. We just don't know. Can't corroborate.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, always allegedly with this stuff. No, but I wish Star Wars would take note from something like a Mission Impossible. 96 and 2018, we're still looking at Tom Cruise doing crazy action and all this stuff, but it's bigger, it's better. Star Wars, they don't go bigger than better. They don't evolve, they devolve. It's literally sand planet, ice planet, jungle planet, cantina, that. They deserve this.
Marvel if Lucasfilm can't learn from Marvel, which is owned by the same goddamn parent company, it's a lost cause at this point.
Yeah, I mean, even then, for them to keep going with the same like human characters, like English female, like you have fucking aliens, you have this whole goddamn universe to pull from.
Yeah,
get an alien character and shut everybody else the fuck up. Be like, oh yeah, they're like, just an alien character. They don't have a gender.
Or
conversation over. Conversation over. No worrying about black people, white people, Mexicans, men, women, whatever, trans, nothing. They're an alien. Fuck it. It's done.
Fig Newtons.
But it's hard to be able to do that because you're trying to steal stuff from previous movies.
I mean, maybe they shouldn't. Maybe they should just start with the extended universe and a book from the extended universe or some side story or something, and kind of pull elements from the earlier movies, but not go entirely in that direction.
Well, I'm very happy to hear this news because I know a lot of people are thinking, well, it's really not that much. It is much. This is the mighty Disney admitting fault. This is what we've been, talking about for 10 months. You guys you're binging on nostalgia. You're selling us old garbage. People are eating it up. It's not going to work forever. Then it didn't work. Then you had a failure. And then for 4 months, they've been really quiet about Solo and all this stuff. So it took them 4 months to at least admit fault. So now we're in an interesting era where we know that they're aware of what's going on and they've commented on it publicly. So now we know that the shit that this channel and Geeks and Gamers and Ethan and all these other channels say have permeated different levels because they're aware of it beyond just people didn't go see the movie. People are paying attention. Hey, less Star Wars, make it special. All the stuff we've been saying here on the channel since last year. This every 6 months a Star Wars movie thing doesn't work. The only reason it works with Marvel is because it's all under one umbrella, but it's different chapters in each each character. So maybe you got Ant-Man and Avengers and Black Panther, but Ant-Man wasn't in those two movies. Ant-Man hasn't had his own movie since 2015. It's been a 3-year gap, so it stays fresh. They need to learn how to do that with Star Wars. Not, more crossovers, just, taking it back, pulling back the release dates. I hope we don't have to look at a Comic-Con panel in the future where it says, oh, well, look at this timeline. We have Star Wars Episode 9, we have Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jocasta Nu, Watto, and Wat Tambor the movie. Because that's what I want. Wat Tambor the movie and the fucking Trade Federation and all that stuff. Techno-Union Army.
No. That's exactly what we want. A nice political thriller in space with aliens. That's exactly what we need.
Starring Therm Scissor Punch as
Therm Scissor Punch.
Bob.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Now, here's the interesting part. This comes from CNN. I really don't take this is entertainment reporting, so it's not really biased one way or the other. It says, Iger didn't say if the slowdown would impact the upcoming projects. Lucasfilm announced last year that his plans for a new trilogy from Rian Johnson, the director of Star Wars The Last Jedi. It also announced earlier this year that Game of Thrones creators David Benioff and D.B. Weiss are going to write and produce a new series of Star Wars films. So Rian Johnson wasn't mentioned, but they do mention, like I said, the Benioff and Weiss thing. So I guess they're kind of hitching their carts to that and letting Rian Johnson kind of roll around in his own filth for a while.
I mean, and there's also it depends on. I think a big thing's going to depend on Episode 9. If that makes under $1 billion, that's really going to send a big message to them, and they might even stop. They might even reevaluate everything at that point. and really kind of like take a big look and be like, oh well, this isn't selling anymore. We really need to kind of figure this shit out.
Yeah, they do need to figure it out. Assess the situation, if you will.
Yeah, because I mean, hell, even when Marvel was putting out 4 movies a year, I think that was the most they did, right? 4 movies.
I think it was 3.
It was a 3.
when
Still,
they did
3 was 3 was a lot.
Yeah, I think it was 3.
Yeah, even then I was just like, man, they have 3 movies coming out this year. Shit, that's a lot.
Well, even then, again, I mean, going back to address that, when, like I said, they couldn't even take a page out of Marvel's book when they're owned by the same goddamn company. They're right down the fucking hallway. So for you to not pay it to Marvel, which, and again, to Star Wars, to Lucasfilm's credit, Marvel kind of was under the gun. It was feast or famine with Iron Man and Hulk and all of that, and I can at least give them leeway in terms of that. They weren't underneath the gun, but you were under the gun after The Force Awakens. You had to make a good movie. You did everything in your power to do the opposite of what everyone was telling you to do, and you fucking did it. And then you lost, and then you doubled down, and then you did Solo, and it's like, motherfuckers, like. This is, and I know the fans are tired of hearing me say this. You fucking did this to yourself, and it is hilarious watching them shoot themselves in the dick. It is over and over, and so much so that that one of the guys who are running the framework of how these movies are placed out for the general public, even he's saying, "Damn, maybe we rushed this. Maybe we didn't think this through." And that's after a Saturn Award. Ha ha ha. That's after your fucking your female knight and Kathleen Kennedy getting a supposed award for her part in the whole thing. After all of that, he still felt the need to say this. That's fucking huge. That is huge. So I think it's hilarious.
Sorry, I was eating some baked beans. No, there's silence though.
You spill it on yourself while watching a video of Cars 2?
How did you know? No, but I think their silence would be seen as an admission of guilt because the fan base needs to know what's going on. Investors need to know. Retail chains need to know what's going on with Star Wars. I'll read the super chat in a minute, but people are talking about sustainability. You can't constantly force shit down the retail chain pipe. Like when I went to an outlet store, the retail store, the cheap one, it had all this old Star Wars crap. It's not like, see, they had another toy buyout from Toys R Us. People keep telling me in the article or the comics, this is a buyout from Toys R Us. No, it's fucking not, because it has exclusive shit from Target as well as exclusive shit from Walmart bunched in there. These aren't things that have been sitting at Toys R Us. These got somehow moved elsewhere into a third area. The Power Ranger movie stuff probably was bought from Toys R Us recently. Some of the wrestling shit they had probably bought from Toys R Us buyout. But the Star Wars stuff came from another channel. It's so old. You don't see stuff like, Dion, we go to the movies. We go to the Best Buy and stuff.
Yep.
You don't find a VHS of, The Evil Dead 2 at Best Buy. This is the equivalent of finding a VHS 2 of, a movie in a toy store. Like, it's something that's so old. This hasn't been produced from a machine in years.
Right.
Star Wars has never been like that. So I think this is all to avoid future problems, because let's say they keep doubling down. They're like, fuck, or they'll pull the Vince McMahon. Damn it, they'll do what I want. Okay, so you'll try to make people, bend to your will. Well, retailers don't buy your shit. People don't want your shit. You can't merchandise Star Wars anymore. It becomes untouchable, unsellable. Do you want that? Because you make so much extra money based off merchandise. If your brand, again, has the Rian Johnson stink of failure on it, you hurt yourself. So I'm happy we get to hear this. This is the first admission. It's a big apology in many ways, at least to me. So let's see. We have a couple super chat, quite a few actually. So our friend Jaron Ricewick, thank you very much. New First Order Walker for Episode 9, AIDS. Oh no, they got a fleet of AIDS coming on to Endor. The Ewoks are gonna get hurt.
And we can't stop them without the true antidote of our fleet.
Bring in the Magic Johnson Star Destroyer. He knows what to do. All Out of Bubblegum, thank you very much. Another Anne Hathaway role, playing the asteroid in Armageddon.
God damn.
By the way, hold on. I forgot to give a shout out to our meme winners of the week. I want to make the meme winner of the week. First off, a special shout out to Evil Mad Memer on our Facebook page. They've been posting a ton of stuff. I want to give them a special nod. But the winner of the week in terms of memes goes to a person who listens to Good Morning Pop Culture. I requested a meme. They made the meme, and it's fantastic. So let me pull up what I'm talking about, and I'll show you guys in a minute. We always talk about unlikable actresses, unlikable people. We make fun of men, we make fun of women. Everyone's equal on this channel. If you suck, you suck, and we're going to tell you about it. And I always talk about the megazord of unlikable actresses. And while we didn't get a megazord of unlikable actresses, we got oh wait, this is from those people. We got a Voltron of unlikable actresses. So let me open this up and show you guys. Make sure you're paying attention, Dion, because you're gonna laugh.
Yes, sir.
So here is the Voltron. They've titled it Omega Voltron, Defender of the Universe.
Oh my god.
Let me make sure this stays up with me. There we go. Lock that in place. So, at the head, we have tiny little Natalie Portman as the little bitty head. Jennifer Lawrence is the chest. Anne Hathaway is the left arm. Emma Watson is the right arm. Brie Larson is the right leg. And Gwyneth Paltrow is the left leg. So, there we go.
No, that left leg is called
so
Goop.
Good. That is so funny.
The goop.
The Goop.
No, but I just wanted to bring attention to this. I know everyone in the chat's probably cracking up right now. Oh my God, Voltron. But I also want to give a quick shout out to our listener of the week. We forgot to do this for the last couple of weeks. And I want to give our listener of the week award to a man who is very invested in the channel, who does a lot for the channel, and who Kendo takes a liking to. So that week's this one, Copson. So Darren, thank you very much for the enthusiasm you show world-class bullshitters. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
So let's go back to some of these super chats. So these two come from Ref Dealing. Jeff and Dion went to town, and there they saw a pony. Dion stepped and crossed the street, and Jeff cried out, "Baloney!"
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, and then Ref Dealing sent another one and says, "Love you, Dion."
You're fucking better after that one.
Yeah. Party Alm City sent in a clarification. It was meant to be "Oorah" like the Red Army did. Is it wrong that when I read "Oorah" I think of the Miz?
Hell no.
That guy's kind of upped his game. Still not the greatest, but not terrible either.
Listen, he's definitely one of the best on the roster now. I'll tell you that.
That's true. When you're right, you're right, and sometimes you're right. So let's see. This one comes. Gary. God damn it, Dion. Gary Bernaska says, "You crank out on you crank on a new Star Wars." I think this was sent from voice to text. Let me try to decipher this. You crank out a new Star Wars film each year, and that's not sustainable. You can't keep the quality up. Yes, Gary, that is very true.
Very.
You don't have time. I remember a couple months ago, they were talking about, when the people that are working on episode 9 are done, they're going to jump over to Obi-Wan, then they're going to do this, and they're going to do that, and they get interviewed, and all it got canceled. It's a shit show behind the scenes. It's a shit show we'll never know about. Well, we did learn about Solo. I think they're keeping a tighter lid on everything because, maybe some of the stuff from Solo reflected upon the box office. People knowing, the directors were fired, Ron Howard, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to watch it.
Well, then, did we really want to watch a Solo movie?
It could have been great, but it wasn't.
Had it been the guys from 21 Jump Street, I would have probably been more likely to watch it.
It just goes to show you Kathleen Kennedy does not have a sense of humor.
Yeah, because it would have been that that whole buddy, it would have been a buddy movie, which I would have been down for. But then she gets like Ron Howard to come in here and make it all dramatic and awesome looking. It's like, eh.
Well, and again, I don't think it was just that. I think, and again, I really tried to beat a dead horse, but it's so hard with Star Wars, right? You have a fucking franchise.
Stay away from horses.
Yeah, but no. If it's a dead horse, I think I'll beat it to death.
Are you afraid of dead horses?
It's a dead horse. I can live with that shit. I live with that shit. But again, this is a franchise which which fails despite itself. So you have the immense hope and excitement that they brought out with that first The Force Awakens trailer. Then you have all this build up for it. The movie comes out, it's not that good. They double down. And then of course they wait, and then Rogue One comes out, which I think, thinking back, was a lot more strategic. And again, a lot of the original, I'll say, Star Wars fans really liked it, and then there was that, it didn't sell as much, maybe, and they use it to double down. Well, we were going in the right direction with the original Force Awakens, and then the bullshit comes out with motherfucking The Last Jedi, and that's at the same time while all this news is leaking out about Solo. Alden Hendenreich, or whatever the fuck his name is, is a horrible
Heidenreich next.
Heidenreich.
Yeah, Alden Heidenreich. Alden Heidenreich is struggling as the character. This is coming out around the same time as The Last Jedi comes out. The Last Jedi comes out. I comfortably say everyone fucking hates the movie. And then of course it's, we had Ron Howard come in at the last minute. We fired the last directors, but it wasn't because of the material. It was because of the original directors didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know how to handle the property, and we just needed Ron Howard to come in and finish the whole project. Then the movie comes out and it motherfucking underperforms like crazy. And here we are with Star Wars. After all of that shit, after all of it, they still can't fucking. They just it's mind-boggling. And here we are. You have again the head guy saying these things. They just can't. They just keep failing despite them. So you have Star Wars. It's crazy. It's fucking insane. One of the biggest goddamn franchises on the face of the earth.
Let's see. The Grand Inquisitor says, Jeff, you see last night's It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? They took the all-female reboot BS and it was excellent. Also, I wouldn't even bang Lena Dunham with Dion's dick.
Just for clarification, you can't call yourself that if you censor the word dick. So just cool it over there, sir.
I don't think the Grand Inquisitor censored himself. YouTube censors the speech.
Really?
Yeah, you can't say certain words.
Oh, well, fuck you, YouTube.
Yeah, like Boulder.
Well, space out the D, the I, the C, and the K. Don't take shortcuts in this channel, God damn it.
Just say Dion's Richard or something.
Dion's Richard.
Dion's Johnson. Dion's Renan Johnson.
Dion's Johnson. There we go.
Dion's Richard. That's from goddamn. That's from Black Dynamite.
Grand Inquisitor, I haven't watched it. I'm not going to watch the season until it hits Hulu sometime next year. I don't know, maybe the end of the season. I'm not paying for FXX premium. I don't have cable, so I can't watch it. It's my favorite show, though, so it does bother me I don't get access to it.
It was okay.
Yeah, I saw it was the Wade Boggs thing again. Yeah, I don't even like that episode that much the first time.
I actually did like that episode the first time. Yeah, this time it's essentially the plot revolves around the idea of Sweet D wanting to reboot the whole Boggs thing and make it all female, and they kind of lampoon the whole thing because Artemis points out throughout the whole thing, like, you can't just change one little thing, but it's exactly the exact same thing, and it's all women, and you say it's like an original idea.
I love Artemis so much.
Yeah,
she's hilarious.
I love the episode. She's like, "What's up? My name's Artemis. I have a bleached asshole," and then the guys leave.
Yeah, holy shit! I forgot about that. That's my favorite Artemis moment, bar none. It's not even in the running. That is the famous moment. My favorite.
I like the Desert Rose one, the wrestling one with Roddy Piper. She's like, "You look like Desert Grape." She's like, "Move out of the way." Artemis is great. Darth Armo says, "You actually said my name correctly. Hovsep. LOL. This was a planned PR move. No news on Kathleen Kennedy from my Disney friend, but Ruin never started his trilogy."
Wow.
We have an insider.
Ooh, no Stank Johnson trilogy.
No Stank Johnson trilogy.
Go make Looper 2 the relooping.
The relooping?
Relooping, yeah. Go make that, Ryan.
Looper 2 the rimming.
I'll allow it.
Gary Bernaska says Target Star Wars toys had French on it. It had to be from Target Canada that imploded in 2015, but most was from Toys R Us. Maybe some of the Rogue One stuff. Let's see. Ian Howe says, what was the Ewok witch doctor's medical specialty? He was an Endor chronologist.
Get out.
Boo! I appreciate the effort, but boo!
Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Howe will be all week. Try the veal and tip your waitress. Gary Vernaska, thank you very much. This evening you're on a roll. The recent Ollie's video is just one step closer where I see you film boxed Star Wars toys in a dumpster. To be fair, Gary, if I ever go by a dumpster and there are Star Wars toys in it, I'm just going to pee on them and then maybe light them on fire.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like on Elm Street 5, Nick. Remember when that dog pisses? No, it's number 4. When the dog pisses on the ground and there's fire. The dog got urinary tract infection.
Yes.
Mr. V sent in a super chat that just says, "Good evening, gentlemen." Good evening, Mr. V. We appreciate your presence.
Good evening.
Hi.
Here's one of my favorite screen names, Turbo Donk. Dion the Destroyer. His rants go down like a fine wine. Well done, sir. Well done.
Bravo. Bravo. I do it for the people. I do it for the Jeff.
He does a very good job. It's a very good job indeed.
Fatty. And then finally, our friend the Grand Inquisitor says, "Yes, YouTube made me censor it. F and BS." Phil, Florence, filth, and all that other happy horse shit. Yeah, you got censored.
I love you, Grand Inquisitor, so much, and that is exactly why.
I'm so sorry I didn't
BS,
buy your
bro.
action figure on the show.
It's effing fooey on this BS. Gosh darn it.
Fooey. Our friend Obi-Wan 27883 says, first off, thank you very much. Jeff, on Good Morning Pop Culture, you claim they could never ruin Back to the Future, but Disney will now own the rights to it, and Ryan Roundhead doesn't have to do anything. I wouldn't challenge Disney with his ... With his Johnson?
This.
Thankfully, Universal still has Back to the Future, and everything is all okay. All is right with the world.
Yeah, the only got to worry about is Comcast owns Universal. That's about it.
And Disney can't buy Comcast because that'd be too much of a conflict of interest.
Jeez, man. Oh no, that's a fucking monopoly right there. That would never happen. Well, hopefully that would never happen.
I'm pretty sure they have one already, and it just it's too late.
Yeah, like they've crossed the T's and dotted the I's and grease bombs and all kinds of shit like that, and just like, all right, it's fine, whatever, you do what you want to do.
Yeah, well, I'm not a happy camper in terms of Disney, but
no,
we'll talk about. You know what? Let's keep talking about Disney. Disney owns Marvel Studios. Marvel Studios has the MCU, which is the most successful film franchise in history. It's almost to $20 billion in 10 years. So, Dion, you and I have been there since the beginning. Kendo and Nick,
yes,
in for you guys, right?
Yeah, in and out, but yeah.
All right. So, we got the Captain Marvel trailer, the Carol Manverse trailer. Yeah, I know. You know what? I already talked about how I felt. Dion, you sent us the link. You're like, did you see the shit? Tell the listeners what you thought of it.
Okay, so there's a perfect segue by our host Jeff Hicks, by the way. But I sent the link, and overall, I liked the trailer. I definitely liked the trailer. It was way better than I thought it was going to be. And in saying that, I will also say that a lot of the reaction is knee jerk. Okay. So now we got that part out of the way. We've got the knee jerk reaction out of the way. What I will say is Brie Larson is by far, as much as I like the trailer, the worst part of the whole fucking trailer. Like, objectively speaking, if you watch a trailer and you gauge it based on what it's intended to do, and that is create excitement for a film, she is the worst fucking part. Everything is good despite her, because I have never seen a main character fucking look so disinterested and sound so goddamn disinterested with what's going on around her. The costume actually looked better than I thought it was going to. I guess the lead in Data Racer, I ain't closeted about shit, but the lead in with Nick Fury, I thought was done well enough. But again, Motherfucking, she is the worst part of that trailer. I'm not who you thought I was. That's how you say that to me. You're not excited.
Likeable.
You're not trying to be, you're not trying to show any type of urgency. I'm not who you thought I was. I was like, wow, okay. She sounds like she doesn't fucking want to be in this movie. And I will say that when she punches a grandma in the face, that made me fucking laugh. So I will say, there are good parts, and again, a lot of knee-jerk reactions going on. But listen, it's very clear that Brie is the worst part of this goddamn film. She really is. Everything going on around her is good. She will find a way. I promise you. In the film, I don't think the film's gonna be that bad. It's gonna be pretty good. But everyone's going to agree, she could have done better.
Oh man.
Nick, Kendo, your thoughts?
Let's see. I watched it a couple of times and I was just like, this is the most like I know nothing about the character. Nothing about the character, first of all. This is the most confusing trailer I've ever watched because it shows her flying out from outer space, from what looks like outer space, into this blockbuster. It shows her hanging out with aliens and shows her as a child on Earth and going through basic training in the military and having superpowers and all this other stuff. I was like, what the fuck is going on? As somebody who, once again, does not know the backstory of this character at all and doesn't really read comics, I was confused as shit. I have no idea what's going on. I'm probably still going to watch it for the channel, but that'll be about it. Like, I just have no idea.
It's good to know where your allegiances lie.
I've watched the trailer a couple times, and both times it's just kind of like, bleh. I saw nothing. And the thing about the trailer that interested me the most was the idea of a pre-Shield Nick Fury. I was like, I want to see that movie.
You mean Augustus Gibbons?
Yeah.
I'm just saying because that's exactly how he looks.
Should see it before I got it fixed.
Yeah, it's like I want to see that movie. I don't really care about the Captain Marvel. It looks like it's just going to be kind of a origin story movie. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm not excited because it looks like Kmart Green Lantern. And
jeez,
yeah,
fuck.
It's the same fucking plot. The Green Lantern Corps existed before the Krees.
Well, the Nova Corps essentially are the
Marvel's Green Lantern Corps.
Exactly. Or
well,
DC's
the fact that I'm going, man, I wouldn't mind watching Ryan Reynolds in a green light up suit right now.
That's
something.
Shit.
The original suit was partly green too, so you're not too far off the mark.
Yeah. Well, Ryan Reynolds has a better smile than Brie Larson because he actually, smiles. But my problem isn't necessarily the movie. It's going to be the narrative around the movie. And within 36 hours, I've seen two things to try to build this movie up that are bullshit. First off, when you take the view count for the Marvel Cinematic Universe trailers, they take the official one. Now, all of a sudden, they take all the Universal ones. Oh, it's got 109 million views worldwide, more than Civil War, more than Black Panther.
What?
It's the most viewed Marvel trailer. They're already spinning that garbage narrative out there. So be prepared, folks. If anything, be more vigilant to how you read the reporting of this film, because they're going to use all these fake bullshit qualifiers to build this movie up as groundbreaking. The narrative nowadays is everything's got to be a first. Well, hopefully it's a first fucking flop. Let's stop this movie is groundbreaking and progressive, like our friend earlier told us. Elektra was the first female-led Marvel film. Last year we had Wonder Woman. Before that we had Supergirl in 1984. So
this movie also has two directors.
Yeah, a man and a woman. So like,
I was just like, all right, that's fucking weird. And also, I think Brian Lay posted this earlier in the week. He said this is the lowest budget for a Marvel film. Also going against inflation. So
what are they going to do? Are they going to go and say, "Well, guys, it has the highest ratio"? Of
Well, also,
100%. That's what they're going to do, dude.
Also, that's probably why they got Brie Larson, because she was cheap.
I think another part of it was they got Brie Larson because she was nominated for an Oscar. And again, we're at this weird part. Not only are they trying to claim to be this progressive juggernaut this was their goal from the very beginning, they want to be able to say, "Hey, well, we have Oscar nominees and winners in our fucking."
You had Robert Downey Jr. since the fucking beginning, Marvel.
And Nick Fury. You had Nick Fury at the end of the first fucking movie. The dude was nominated for an Oscar for Pulp Fiction, but all of a sudden, Brie Larson, and then to piggyback off that and what you said before, there was an article, I think it was it comicbook.com's Facebook page where it was like, oh, stop doing memes where she smiles.
Oh, CBR, the butthole of the internet.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah,
it's like, motherfuckers, you can't force it to be good. Again, you have someone like me who's being objective about it, and even I'm saying stop trying to force it to be something. Do your job. Put out trailers, try to get hype up for the movie, but don't do it where it's like, oh, you don't like this movie? You're a fucking asshole, misogynist piece of shit. Listen to me. If you have a chance here to do what you did with fucking Ant-Man, do that. Because I promise you, the movie itself isn't going to be put together that way. The narrative that they try to build, that's it. They're not going to build this goddamn movie to be like, oh, well, she's the strongest because she's a girl. That Marvel wants fucking money. They're going to do the same thing here that they're going to do with the fucking next Avengers movie. They want money. They want everyone to empty out their wallets. Now, the minute you start trying to play matchmaker, that's where shit gets fucked up. And we'll see, man. We'll fucking see.
We will see. But you brought up that CBR article. I actually wrote 4 single-spaced page response to that shit. That was the worst article I've ever encountered. You've heard me talk about Scott Mendelson and all those other bullshit Star Wars articles. That writer, Hannah, what's-her-face, terrible. And I'm going to put that out on Monday. So, guys, make sure you pay attention to the channel on Monday, because I got a response to that. It's going to be of our, the Kathleen Kennedy video that had 1 million views that everyone went back and watched a bunch. I'm putting out something of that caliber because it needs to be said. We need to stop this disingenuous reporting. We need to stop this this big bitch fest, male or female. It's not a gender thing. Quit bitching. I'll tell you, Dion, quit bitching about the time I ate your golden Oreos. It was 10 years ago.
No, listen, man. No. That's a serious goddamn issue in this country. Motherfuckers leave town and they leave their Oreos around, and then motherfuckers that they know and care about eat their Oreos. That's like
I'm
that's
so
like
happy that you said. I'm so glad you said no and care about. So you know what? I apologize. No,
well, also, I mean, like if Marvel doubles down on this whole Ghostbusters 2016 thing, they're gonna fuck themselves like Ghostbusters did.
Yeah,
the same
exactly.
way. The same way Ocean's 8 fucked themselves. Like, calm down, people.
Well, and again, I don't mean to cut you off, Jeff, but the fact that Nick brings this up again, we're not beating another dead horse, haha. We're simply saying the data already tells you this doesn't work.
Oh yeah,
this isn't us complaining. Everyone loved the Ghostbusters, and all Ghostbusters fans were tentatively like, okay, maybe this won't be so bad. But the minute that your main point for discussing the movie was, well, it's all chicks now, everyone was like, God damn it. And Ocean's 8, Ghostbusters, every other movie where the only thing you change is the gender, it's just like you're not doing a good job of selling the movie, because that's your job, to sell the movie. No one wants to be preached to for 2 hours. Nobody does.
And the movie wasn't even funny.
It wasn't even close to being funny.
it was awful.
It was terrible. The thing is, this whole on the High Council, they'll call it the SJW narrative. I call these people the Bad Taste Brigade because everything they like is stupid.
I do love on the High Council you guys call them whammon. Like, I love that.
And again, just so you know, B-Dad brought up a point that it made more money than the Ocean's movies. That's not for counting inflation. And number 2, Ocean's 8 didn't even debut at number 1. It was like number 4 that weekend, or number 3 that it debuted. So let's take all the factors into account.
The thing is, we keep talking about Brie Larson and how she's unlikable. People are like, why are you attacking her? Why do you dislike her? Well, why did Brie Larson, when she got her little Lucy Award,
exactly,
go on about A Wrinkle in Time? Oh, the movie failed because of these male critics that didn't like it. They don't understand the picture.
No,
those male critics don't fucking matter, lady. You didn't see it. Black people, white people, women, men. Nobody saw the fucking movie. That 5 white guys that didn't like it on the internet or on a newspaper didn't make the movie fail. Bullshit like you are why these movies fail. You want to talk about this nice idyllic future where all minorities are represented? Guess what? We've had it for decades. The shit's over and done with. The war's been won. That'd be like me saying, we gotta beat, we gotta win the Korean War, Kendo. Well, the war ended in 1950 something, right?
Technically, no. It still was going on up until because
Okay, Dad, you know what he was saying. God damn it.
Fine. World War II. We got to fucking win
you.
World War II. There we go. We already did that.
that one does.
Kendo.
That one did have an actual peaceful, treaty resolution thing. There you go. Okay.
Okay, history aside.
I wouldn't call it peaceful. There were 2 nuclear bombs that say different.
All right, that's fine. Dissect it however you wish.
You fucking commie.
And are you offended on the part of the Axis powers now? I'm just confused.
Listen, they're German and they're people too, bro.
They weren't the only Axis powers, but all right.
And no one counts Italians. Mussolini had a weird haircut.
And France didn't do shit.
France was an ally, but that's cool too.
Not Vichy France, but that's something totally different.
No, but you guys get my point, though.
Yes.
All these people are on a crusade. It's over. My
God! Speaking of crusade, I'm so sorry I keep cutting you off on this, but Mark sensing you brought up. I just wanted to fucking talk about that. Thank you, brother, for bringing that shit up. And I know that Jeff's gonna know what I'm talking about. I saw the same goddamn thing where someone tweeted about. I wish I could remember her name off the top of my head, but how Brie Larson had less words in the trailer than fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I didn't pay
It's
attention
a
to that.
trailer. It's a fucking trailer.
And this is why I want to bring that up. Perfectly going off what Jeff's talking about right now. There's still shit going on, right? There's still racism, sexism. Everyone knows that. We're at a point in history where we can all admit that there are some true assholes out there. The difference being that you are not in the asshole camp just because you are Republican. You are not in the asshole camp just because you like a certain movie. You are not in the asshole camp just because you don't like a certain actress. The difference being when you purposefully try and force shit, and that word count thing is the exact same motherfucking example. Well, Brie Larson has less words than Samuel L. Jackson. Come on, Marvel. You dumb bitch. She's the star of the fucking movie. He's the fucking co-star. He's not the lead actor. The movie is about the character she's playing. What are you complaining about now?
Well, I should go back and be offended for Michael Keaton because Jack Nicholson got more screen time and top bill, even though Michael Keaton's Batman. You see how dumb this is all sounding?
Shit. Even in fucking Age of Ultron, the person with the most fucking lines was James Spader in goddamn Black Widow.
Yeah.
So what are you pissed about? What specifically?
And they want to argue about like, oh, she's the most powerful. She's the one to defeat Thanos. It's like, look it. We had females in Marvel beat the villain. Iron Man 3, Pepper Potts beat Killian. We've had women on the Avengers since the founding of the Avengers team. We've had all this stuff.
Black Widow outsmarted fucking Loki in the first Avengers movie.
There's
and also what is it? Black Widow, and then some people from Black Panther. They all fought that one other female that was
Proxima Midnight.
Yeah. So that happened too.
And you know what? We've never once bitched about too much Scarlett Johansson in the movie. Oh, she does too much. No, when you see her pop up in Infinity War, you're fucking pumped. After Captain America was across the street from that train.
Yes.
Look what she did. Look what she did in the first Avengers. She hijacked one of their little ships and, fucking...
She has the coolest opening still in all the Marvel movies where she's fucking tied up. And the dude's about to interrogate her. She goes, okay, well, I got to fucking go. And kicks all their asses.
Yeah, I got these guys right where I want them.
That's one of the coolest movies in the fucking... Everyone cheered in my theater. And I only bring this up again because what are you mad at? Everyone who watches... And again, and that's before you even get to... the original political meeting behind so many of these comic books. So many, and there are mouth breathers. I'm not going to say that there aren't, but so many people who love comic book movies, so many people who love Star Wars, so many people who love these, I say fringe because they used to be fringe interests for a lot of us. Every one of these people agree with you that, man, it's fucked up that there's still fucked up stuff in the world. But when you generalize them, they're going to dig their heels and then say, oh, you're full of fucking shit. That's their natural response.
Some people are just so miserable and so underaccomplished in life that they have to find outrage somewhere. And so they have to create it.
Oh, no, I agree. Because here's the thing. The reason we like these movies, the reason we like these movies is because we, they're characters that we can relate to mainly. I could give a fuck if they're black, white, or whatever. That doesn't concern me at all. If I sympathize with the character, or I, can somehow connect with the character, I'm gonna like the movie, or I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna keep watching and talk about it. That's what matters to me. I could give a fuck who plays the character, as long as they played well and they do a good job. That's what really matters. But this whole thing is just such bullshit.
Another reason that movies last so long, especially in terms of popular culture, because they resonate with you.
Oh yeah.
Dumping in your face. So everyone is still pissed about how the X-Men are mistreated in Fantastic Four. X-Men was an allegory for racism.
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone who had anything to do with X-Men, that they've admitted that, but they didn't write the comic book, and it wasn't in your fucking face.
Notice she said the word allegory. These people nowadays don't know what an allegory is. They're not smart enough. Again, they don't realize they've won the battle. The war is over.
Okay, another diversity thing that happened in movies recently. I know Dion watched this as well. The Predator.
Yes.
The group of the crazy military guys is fucking diverse.
Yes.
You even have Olivia Munn in there as a woman fighting with them. Like,
and they bring her into the group she's one of the motherfuckers making silly ass jokes.
What does she use as a weapon?
Huh?
What does she use as a weapon? Because I don't think she can hold a chain gun like Jesse the Body Ventura.
She does.
No way.
She holds regular SMGs.
Yeah,
and she holds a sidearm. And that's it. She's not doing crazy shit where she's picking up 2 rocket launchers and shooting them at the Predator ship. She doesn't randomly try to get up and kung fu the fucking Predator. She's a fucking scientist. Now, granted, I'm not going to be the first person to admit that I believe Olivia Munn's a goddamn biologist
or an actress.
But that too. But her character fit the movie. It wasn't over the fucking top.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that has Sylvester Stallone in it. Well, let's get to some of these super chats, though, because we've had some people being very patient. So let's see. Grand Inquisitor says, Frank, we were banging in a dumpster behind the Wendy's. Artemis, I like to pretend I'm a Cobb salad. I love that episode. Star Wars Philosophy has a question. Okay, I'm late. Who apologized? Disney, in so many words, to say we're stepping back and we're gonna take a step back and we're gonna slow down the release of these Star Wars movies. We may have been too hasty to put out so many. So that was an admission of fault on their end. Dante Reeves says Dion is my spirit animal. Dion approves. He's away getting a beer though, but he'll appreciate that, Dante. Mareth Dioline, thank you very much. Thank you to everybody, by the way. YouTube eavesdropping in like the most unorthodox, oh my stars and garters, such vulgar language on this gosh darn channel. I must censor this immediately.
Language.
By the way, Dion, Dante Reeves says you're his spirit animal.
Oh, Dante, you get me, bro. Just get shot. Those get shot in the convenience store. I appreciate it.
McKinney 90. that was a dark reference to an unreleased.
You got
film. Yeah. Apparently, on Twitter, you're not allowed to compare Captain Marvel and Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot was able to bring Wonder Woman to life, actually humanizing her. I can immediately tell Brie can't and won't do that. That McKinney 90, that is the crux of my argument with when they want to talk about, well, you're sexist if you criticize this film. But what about Wonder Woman? What about other female-led movies in general? What about other female-directed movies that people don't really worry about? When here's the thing, the fight for equality and entertainment and all this other stuff that people are pushing for had happened. So then you don't get special attention. Like, oh, well, a woman directed this movie. Okay, well, women have directed countless movies throughout the ages. Ava DuVernay directed A Wrinkle in Time, but she's a victim because the movie failed because she did a bad job. Stop trying to make exceptions and stop trying to bring attention to yourself, okay? If a movie didn't work, you're responsible. Obi-Wan 883 says, what did I miss? I had to go dislike Captain Marvel. You made the right choice by going to, folks, vote with your wallets, vote with your hearts. Don't be bullied into seeing the movie, but also don't be duped yet. Wait till some reviews come out. Wait till we review it. If you're really gonna
do knee-jerk reactions, trust me. Trust.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're gonna go see it. Wait till we say our piece about it.
Exactly. I said it on the High Council. I say it here all the time. Marvel knows what they're doing. They want your money. They're not going to play this fucking verbal shell game. Not now.
Yeah, but you know what? Star Wars didn't, and I said this to you a couple years ago before this podcast started. You would have probably told me the same thing.
Right, but Star Wars started out with that shit.
No, but if I would have told you when we started our podcast, it was October 21st, 2015. We hadn't seen The Force Awakens. If I told you Star Wars was going to jump into this shit in a few short months, you would have told me I'm wrong. Look where we are.
I would have, but now say if that's different because now say you said that when we watched Iron Man, we with Marvel we were Avengers into Marvel. Star Wars was starting out from point zero.
No, we had 6 other movies and countless hours of TV, books, video
by
games.
Different people. That's after Lucas had sold the rights to Disney.
But we also have the same thing with Disney now because Marvel started out at Paramount and Universal, and it was an independent studio. Disney came in post Avengers. If you go look at the Blu-ray, I believe on the Avengers, it's still a Paramount picture. Maybe the movie is Paramount, but the home video release is Disney, and maybe Disney after that for sure. But we'll find out. We have 6 months of this garbage, so folks, get ready. Right. It's going to be a shitstorm, and I'm not trying to be funny. Buckle up. Here we go. Let's see. Chris P., thank you very much. Big super chat. Hey, Jeff, sidebar. Thoughts on the remaster of the Spider-Man ride in Orlando? Personally, broke my heart when they did that. Going on that ride back in 2000 made me the diehard Spider-Man fan I am today. Chris, I was not aware that they remastered the Spider-Man ride. Did you guys know this?
No, but here's the thing. Be happy they remastered it and then they didn't remove it and put something stupid there because that's a thing they do now. Okay? Be happy it was remastered and they're going to keep it there for longer, honestly. Because they could remove it and put Simpsons there. Or they could remove it and put fucking, I don't know.
Harry Potter
there or something like that. Which, I mean, that's fine, whatever. Or they could remove it and put the Mummy there or something. I don't know. Like, I think they're removing Jaws. I don't know what's going to be there. I've the faintest idea.
Oh, but the ride was refurbished for the Amazing Spider-Man. Ew.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Now I know why Chris is upset.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense then.
See, I've never been on the ride because I went to Universal Studios the last time in 1998, and this opened on March 27th of 1999. So I've never experienced the Spider-Man ride, but they remastered it to be the Amazing Spider-Man. Ugh. I can understand your disappointment. Spider-Man's been on a downward trajectory for years. You had the highest of highs in 2004 with Spider-Man 2. You had good comics. You had a great video game. And then 3 came out. The toy line jumped over to Hasbro. The toys dropped in quality. The comics got dumb. The movie was dumb. The video games got dumb. Everything just dipped consistently. The only positive to come out of that decline time was the Spectacular Spider-Man, which was canceled due to TV rights being held by Sony, not Disney. So Spider-Man, to me, needs a big win. People will say Homecoming is a win. I say it's not. A lot of people bought into that movie because, oh my God, guys, Marvel's making a Spider-Man movie. I'm going to blindly buy into this shit. And then the more people watch it, the more they realize it's not that good. It's kind of stupid. It's got its heart in the wrong place. And it's got its head up its ass. It's trying to be
because it's a lot of like the kid just sitting there and fucking waiting for like the Avengers to call him or for that it's like Tony Stark's like, oh, patrol the town, patrol your neighborhood and just keep doing what you're doing. It's like, no, that's fucking boring. I don't want to see him do that.
I want to see Spider-Man, have a big epic battle, not, oh, I'm on an airplane.
Yeah, not be treated like a kid. Like I don't want that.
No. Hopefully, the next one doesn't look much better. They got images of him and Zendaya.
Ugh. God, they're doubling down to with that shit. Jeez.
Oh yeah, Michelle. Ugh.
Whatever.
I want to love Spider-Man. I just can't. They won't allow. Let's see. Basil says, so I have it on good authority from a very reliable anonymous source that Dion is an SJW.
By the gods. And you can't teach that.
Get a couple beers and Dion, the real Dion comes out. His pants stay on.
I don't know about the pants part. Them motherfuckers don't stay on that long. You get a little bit deeper in the evening, that shit changes.
Yeah, because you forget to wipe your ass and fall out a window.
That's New Year's.
That's the next time.
Oh my
I
god.
would say that's the next time we black out drunk. But, oh yeah, by the way, folks, Stealing Solo ends exactly 1 month from today. We'll be at my birthday party. I'll be 30 in a month and a couple hours, and we will not be sober that whole weekend. It's gonna be an interesting.
Nope, it would.
Channel Dad Brian Lape, if you're listening, we need your services to drive us around
and to decode all the beers we drink, just because.
Yeah. And give us reviews because Lord knows we're not going to remember them.
Yeah, we'll go through Party Source, and you'll be like, all right, now this one has 27 different strains of hops.
Okay. But it sucks.
Yeah,
right. But I don't like it.
It tickles on your nose, whatever. I love that dude. He's making us a beer. Folks, if you didn't hear in the beginning, we're going to Cincinnati Horror Hound in March of next year. Channel Dad Brian Lake will be there. All of us will be there. Mm-hmm. So come hang out with us. Romany says, I bet Brie Larson's vag probably tastes like battery acid.
Oh, God.
Also, I would like to think Kevin Feige is too smart to let this SJW crap into the MCU, but maybe not.
We will see.
They want money.
He has a boss. Kevin Feige's not the be all end all. He doesn't own the universe. So that's the beauty of like when you make your own entertainment. When I do more comics with you guys, we can't have an SJW influx because no one can force us to do that. I'll say, no, it's my shit. It's fan funded. People buy what they like.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin Feige has corporate overlords.
And the good thing about independent art is that, if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. It's fucking weird how that works.
Yeah.
Breaking news starting tomorrow. I'm going to write an SJW centric comic.
And good luck drawing it.
Yeah. At least in your handwriting, son.
Dante Reeves against his Golden Oreos, a Jeff Hicks tale. Oh, and they were so good too, man. They put a little too much filling to be regular Oreos, but they weren't quite double stuffed, so they were just really perfect.
Do I need to buy Deanna a crate of those fucking Oreos so shut up about them?
I dare you to do it.
What do you mean if I shut up about it? He keeps bringing them up. What do you mean I need to shut up about it?
I'm not the one.
Let it go already. Jeez.
Yeah, man. Come on.
He's the motherfucker that brought it up. I'm just
every week, man. Every week.
I mean, it's not my fault you went to Florida and had a terrible time watching TV.
Abused on this goddamn show. You take advantage of my uncertainties and the things that make me uncomfortable. And here we are again, bringing up my past.
I haven't one time brought up horses or Lena Dunham under my own power. You have the fans to thank for that.
And I agree with that. But you started the Oreo shit, and here comes fucking.
And you're the one that won't get over it.
Man named Utam over here. Fucking, he needs to shut up about it. Bitch, Nick, I didn't even start it.
Nick, go to your local Piggly Wiggly or whatever grocery store you go to and make sure you get a crate of Golden Oreos. We need every size available. We need regular, we need mini, we need maxi, jumbo.
And they need to be shipped in a Winn-Dixie box.
Yeah. Because of Winn-Dixie. Isn't that a fucking movie?
Yeah, it's a book that turned into a movie.
What's it about?
I want to say
durability under pressure.
I was going to say, I think it's about a girl and a dog, but I'm not positive.
Shit, that's a real breakdown of the film there, buddy.
Well, why would I watch a kid's movie?
Yeah, because of Winn-Dixie. Yeah, it's about a 10-year-old girl who moves with her preacher father in a small town in Florida. There's a dog on the poster.
Always fucking Florida. Always fucking Florida.
Hey, it's got Jeff Daniels in it.
Well, of course, Jeff Daniels doesn't give a shit.
At least there's a good actor in it.
It's also got Dave Matthews of the Dave Matthews Band.
And that's...
Well, Dave Matthews...
Dave Matthews?
Well, Dave Matthews Band is longer. The Dave Matthews Band is just Dave Matthews in a parking lot.
Guys,
alone.
By the way, it has Harlan Williams of Dumb and Dumber fame. You'd shut your mouth if it was good for you.
Yeah, you that other non-Bachelor movie?
Oh, you mean Half-Baked?
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you mean
Bachelor Party
Very Bad Things?
No, the other one.
Screwed?
The other one.
Nice Guys. Dirty Work. Nothing but trouble.
Bachelor, yeah, but to say Bachelor Party 2. What am I looking at? Surf School.
Yes, Bachelor Party 2, actually, yes.
Okay. I'm Surf
Ninjas?
The other one.
Three Ninjas, High Noon.
No, Surf School.
Mountain?
No, the other one.
Dahmer versus Gacy.
No.
Kramer versus Kramer. Batman versus Superman. Jason versus Freddy. Freddy versus Jason.
Jason versus Predator.
Back by Midnight.
Dead by Dawn.
The other one.
Holy shit. He was in something called The Dukes of Hazzard at the beginning. That was a prequel to that fucking movie.
Holy shit.
Oh, God.
Well, Sean Williams.
Talking about Rocket
Sean
Man?
Williams Scott is too expensive for your production. You better hang it up.
Goon.
Goon 2.
I don't know. He's going to be the 3rd season of Lethal Weapon. We'll see how that goes.
Who? Sean William Scott?
Yeah, dude.
Plays the other guy's Riggs.
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit! That's right. Because what did the other dude? He beat up his girlfriend or something?
He was apparently an asshole on set and did a lot of stuff that nobody liked. And he did a podcast recently where he's like, yeah, everybody's too sensitive, and they couldn't take my humor or some shit. I'm like, I'm sorry, but if an entire set doesn't like you,
Yeah.
there's like it's more than just like somebody being offended by your words.
So you're telling me that he'll get fired, but Brie Larson will get a raise?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to put that out there.
Yo, man, you got the disability.
Because of equality and shit.
Go a long way.
Did you say about her nasty feet?
Yeah, she got disability with her nasty feet. It takes her a long way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was in that fucking like latex onesie. I mean, she was.
Everyone looks at her feet and they're like, "Were you tortured in Iran? What the fuck?
Were you raised by wolves? What happened?"
Jesus Christ!
Why don't you wear some sandals? Quit walking on fucking bare
Was
gravel.
Argo based on your real life experiences at a manicurist in Iran? What the fuck?
Anyway, Bernard Babinski, yo Dion, what's up with your white girl selection meter? It says WOGASM. Anne Hathaway, Lena Dunham, really? You getting a little woke on the side?
White girl selection meter. I love that.
Wogasm.
Oh fuck, that was really good.
If Anne Hathaway, if this was like 2008 Anne Hathaway before she was scorned by that Italian con man, I could understand why you like Anne Hathaway. She's not bad looking at all.
Listen, give me Catgirl Anne Hathaway any day.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Any day of the week.
Oh yeah.
Catwoman?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did look pretty good, but she's no Julie Newmar or Michelle Pfeiffer.
I agree, but she can kick my cane out from my arm anytime.
I feel like you would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then,
That's true.
You know that senator that she kidnapped in that movie is playing Thomas Wayne in the new Batman flick or the Joker?
No way, really?
Yeah, that guy. So great job, guys. We're recasting somebody from another Batman movie. Maybe we can dig up Pat Hingle and Michael Goff to play Commissioner Gordon and Alfred.
Fuck.
Mark Sensing, thank you very much for your super chat. At Dion, did you hear how some SJW counted the number of words? You already read this, but I'll read it again. Number of words Samuel Jackson and Brie Larson said in the trailer. Samuel Jackson had more surprise, and called Marvel sexist. Thoughts? So you already answered that one, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Right. Dante Reeves says, "Hell yeah, Jeff." Thank you, Dante Reeves. Oh, hell yeah, back to you. Let's see. Basil says, "Are we doing acronyms? Here's one: Rapid Emerging Trump Acceptance Resistance Disorder. Retard." Makini ID. Olivia Munn in Predator is much more believable than Zoe Saldana firing off that rocket launcher in The Losers.
Oh my god! You clearly have listened to early episodes. That's the worst. Not only does she fire it, she fucking hip fires it.
Dude, that was one of the worst movies we've ever seen in theaters together. That killed our fun for a while.
Yeah,
we saw what 6
you and I were pissed.
And that was supposed to be part one of a trilogy, I think, as well. Yeah. Like they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be so good." Yeah, it's like, "Oh, it's gonna be so good. There's gonna be 3 more. Let me do 2 more of them." Like,
didn't Dustin pick that one out?
Yep.
Oh god.
Let's see.
I was pissed because Jeffrey Dean. What's his name?
Javier Bardem Morgan.
Yeah. That never stops being funny.
I agree.
It doesn't.
Javier Bardem Morgan. He beat the shit out of Jennifer Lawrence.
Judi Dench too. David Stevens says, "I loved A Wrinkle in Time novel. We don't talk about that excuse of a political woke ass garbage bin of a movie." Sad face, angry face, lion face, lemon face. Yeah. Basil once again says, "Is Brie Larson and Stormy Daniels the same person?"
No, Stormy Daniels has way bigger, nicer tits.
Yeah, and actually smiles.
Plus, certain of her ads for Camster.com, she goes, "You know me from the news." I'm just like, "Yeah, Stormy. Yeah, I do."
Do you frequently talk to the porn you watch?
I'd say a good, honest, solid 90% of the time.
That's still too much for me.
Don't you like that? Don't you? Yeah, you fucking take it. Yeah, you shut up, Stormy. You don't talk back to me. I fucking yeah.
Well, to hear the rest of Dion's diatribe about what he talks to when he beats it, listen to World Class Bullshitters After Hours, only on
It's
Patreon.
definitely an after-hour story.
Yeah, it definitely is an after-hour story.
Yeah, I'm kind of figuring that's where that was going there.
Bikini 90 says the best interpretation of Spider-Man in the past few years is from the PS4 version. You mean the one that the crazy SJWs hate because he accepts the police?
Oh God, I fucking heard about that. Oh God,
Don't forget too. One of his biggest liaison to the police in the game is a fucking Asian woman. So cool it, everybody.
What's her name?
Yuri.
Go.
Yuri.
Yuri Gargan?
Gargan.
Yeah. Spider-Man, I asked for the police and I get this. That's a reference to the old Spider-Man game. No, I thought it was gonna be Jean DeWolf. I was like, they made Jean DeWolf Asian. Oh man, she's a white lady. Let her be.
She's not. Yeah, it's Yuri something. Not from the comic book.
Yuriko, is she Wolverine's ex-lover? And now she's known as Lady Deathstrike.
Listen, I put it in Lady Deathstrike. Plus, it was Lucy Liu that played her. So goddamn.
No, it wasn't. It was Kelly Hu, not Lucy
Kelly Hu, not Lucy Liu. Thank you.
Kelly Hu is way better looking than Lucy Liu.
I wouldn't say way, but
I would. I saw the Scorpion King and Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh no. I'm with you there, Jeff. I'm with you there, man.
Not way, but definitely up there.
Way. She's a babe. She's a babe. Swing.
She is, man. She is.
Chris P, thank you for your super chat. For some context, the original Spider-Man ride had the mixed aesthetic of Mark Bagley in the 90s cartoon with a heavy metal soundtrack. It was pure adrenaline. P.S. Love the show, guys. Keep it up. Chris, thank you. Thank you for that. Every time I read this, Dion, I think of, Crispy from Michigan.
Yep.
Wouldn't you shit if it was him?
Jesus Christ, that'd be a little bit too close.
That would be funny if somebody listened to the show for years and it's you guys? You guys have this show? Yeah. Oh, I'm a huge fan.
That'd be great. I tell you that happened to me at the dude that goes to my craft class. Really, he goes, "Wait, you're Dion from World Class Bullshit." I was like, "Yeah, man."
Wait, hold on. Is that your choking buddy you always tell us about?
The other one.
Do you talk to them together?
No. Remember when we were in Indianapolis? They both make that joke whenever they do the choking moves, like choke me harder, daddy. They don't, that's what he's talking about.
No, that's a different one. And
all right.
That was a different drunk story.
Okay.
The weirdest thing ever was when you were playing with your nephew. He's like, "Bite it for real," and it's just like you're just like, "What?" I'm just like, "Wow, kid!"
He look me in my eyes.
Yeah, bite it for real. I was like, "Ugh." I don't want to know you when you're an adult. That's all I'm saying. Dion and I will be next door. Kid, you'll be across town. Maybe a different state.
You can see me on Thanksgiving. That's it. 2 days out of the year if you want me to bite your ass.
Yeah. Cut it for real now. No, but Chris, to jump back to your thing. So it was basically a love letter to 90s Spider-Man, which is cool because 90s Spider-Man was fun. It was when the funny thing is too, a lot of people bitched about the Sam Raimi flick because it brought an orchestral score to Spider-Man when he always had either like a funky score or heavy metal. The character hadn't been associated with classic scoring before. But I kind of wish I would have ridden that ride. It sounds way better. Mark Bagley's Spider-Man, which is a nice evolution from the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man, is one of my favors.
Yeah, you got into this little 6 to 8 person thing. You got 3D glasses on, and you moved around this whole thing, and various villains would attack you, and Spider-Man would try to save you and stuff like that. It was fun. It was a good time.
Well, you guys want to time travel? You want to go back and watch it?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it live.
Yeah.
American Trent.
Hopefully, we don't run into Mike Zero.
Coming at you with another. Oh, wait, no, that's from the future. Sorry. American Trent 007 says, "Calm down, Dion. Yelling is Lena Poundcake's job." I think we should change his name to Dion Poundcake. Oof.
Ooh, I'll pound that cake.
I'm sorry, but that sounds like a prison name so much.
Dion Poundcake?
Yeah.
Do you have pigtails? He dresses up like Harley Quinn.
Come on into my cell.
Dion in cell block C.
What is that? CB4, the sweat from
CB4,
above?
that's right,
That movie was interesting.
yeah.
More
Oh,
like
God.
Cell Block Big D.
Sure, we'll go with that one. Superfan Adam Shawhan says, "Why Dion? Oh, why can't we be Facebook pals? Look, world class bullshitters. FBFP now. What does FBFP mean?
I have no idea.
Sorry, Superfan Adam Shawhan. You have to clarify. Just send me a regular message. I'll read it. I want to make sure I get the give you your just due. Uzi Patrol, cool name. DMB is gibberish. Who's DMB? Dana
Dick
Barrett.
Punching Billy.
Oh, Dave Matthews Band. Shit, sorry.
Oh yeah. No.
Every day. I hate that.
Well, I guess with that case, Dick
Listen,
Punching Billy still fits.
Well, no. Listen, a lot of white college girls fucking were wanting to suck that dude's dick so hard. All
The
right.
space between their legs wanted him.
I want to be with you.
That's Hootie and the
That's
Blowfish.
Hootie the Blowfish.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
shit, that's
Blowfish,
Hootie.
man.
Yeah, you're
Come
right.
on.
It is Hootie. Fuck.
God damn it, Dion. You have one goddamn job. What the fuck?
Well, of course, I had to pick the group with the black dude in it.
Hootie. Hey, Hootie.
Hey, Hootie, we're the Blowfish. No, the band was Hootie and the Blowfish. I'm not Hootie. Hey, Hootie. No. My name is Darius.
I love that skit. Fucking
Did you
love that
see
skit
that,
so
that
much.
dude's? Did you see that dude's Twilight Zone is actually happening?
Yeah,
Oh!
did you see the little like? And even then, like they have the exact same opening for it, but it's all like 3D and new now.
Jordan Peele, can you just go bang Chelsea Peretti and stop trying to be smart?
Yes.
No, serious. Just make shit that I laugh at, motherfucker.
Yeah, get back with Keegan Michael Key and make like 2 more movies. All right.
David Deister, thank you very much. I believe you're new here. World class bullshitters. Someone should fire Bob Little Boss Iger. Ooh, was that a dick reference? Who could fire Bob Iger? I guess the board.
Yeah.
Straight up like out of Spider-Man.
Yeah, if the board is unsatisfied with them, they can make a vote and just kick him out. So,
Well, folks, the last thing they want is entrenched management. So you never know what could happen. It'd be funny if Bob Iger died on the sword of Star Wars with Kathleen Kennedy.
I mean,
well, no, they will never fire her because as soon as they do and she says they fired me,
when they lose money, I promise you they will.
Oh no, well, no. Yeah, it's going to be an extreme case, but like for like the corporation of like all white men to fire her, it's going to look really fucking bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those she leaves of her own volition type things. You know,
Yeah.
wink, wink.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah. How many times? Yeah, exactly. How many times have you seen that happen? So many times, especially when it comes to fucking movies and TV. That's, oh, well, I wanted to take some time for my family. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that shit happen in the next year or two, especially if episode 9 comes falling apart.
Dayton
Oh,
Pfeiffer has a super chat question, which I like. I think we should make this happen, guys. So Kendo, get your list ready.
Yep.
When October rolls around, are you going to consider doing a stream where you guys talk about underrated/overrated horror films?
Oh my God.
You can.
Yes,
Just for you now,
kidding
Dayton
me?
Pfeiffer.
Can I tell everybody what we did last night?
Yeah, well, that's not a secret. It's for Patreon, but hey, everybody gets to hear
Well,
about
no. For people who are not on Patreon, me, Jeff, and Kendo recorded the commentary for It 2017 last night, along with an hour beforehand of us just bullshitting. So that's only on Patreon. Only on Patreon.
Yeah. It's okay, folks. October is going to be a great time for the channel because we've decided as of last night that on Halloween, which is a Wednesday this coming year, Kendo's taking the day off work. Nick's going to get up early. Hell, I'm going to turn Good Morning Pop Culture into a horror-themed episode. We're going to stream all day. We're going to do horror stuff literally all day.
Ooh.
We'll do multiple 8-hour streams. So when Dion gets off work, he can jump on after he takes the kid trick-or-treating. There's just all kinds of stuff we're going to do. We're going to do redneck, white trash, Rob Zombie Halloween. We're going to do all kinds of stupid stuff on that day. Oh, and we're going to drink. And you know, we're going to live stream it. We're going to have so much fun. So if you guys have nothing planned for Halloween, spend it with world-class bullshitters because we're taking over the holidays. Other channels may wear a stupid costume and talk about some shit. We're gonna live Halloween.
We go balls deep.
We go all the time. Well, we always try to at least. But
We ain't fucking around.
Yeah, never, man. We're deadly serious. We're as serious as Brie Larson's face. We don't crack.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Basil says, if large feet on a dude means big dick, then if Brie Larson has large feet, does that mean she has a large... ... I guess you mean large Sarlacc pit.
I'll ask Leap to analyze her nose.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, things going there to die. Okay.
Illumina, thank you very much. Invader Zim is getting a movie. At least something is original. Did you guys catch Invader Zim, or was that a little after your?
I used to watch a little bit.
Yeah, I got bits and pieces of it because it's written by it was Jonan Vasquez did that. That's the guy that made that comic book series that I loved.
Johnny the Homicidal Maniac?
Yep.
I knew this girl in college that I kind of liked because her boobs were as big as Toph's head, but she always talked about that comic book, and I would try to teach her about John Byrne because I love John Byrne, and she's like, I don't care, I want to talk about Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. I'm like, you talk about whatever you want to talk about, I'll listen. No, but Illumina, Invader Zim, the movie could be cool. Now, are they going to give it the Rocco's Modern Life treatment, or are they going to do it straight up like they did? Is it going to get like a theatrical release, kind of like Teen Titans Go, except it won't suck? Because I may give it a chance. I like animation, traditional animation. And Invader Zim, something I watched growing up.
Yeah, it was
fairly regularly. It'll be better than the Rugrats movie, guaranteed.
Oh God!
Did you guys ever see the Rugrats movie?
No.
I've never been a fan of the Rugrats. I'm sorry. I've never been the fan.
I didn't have
It was
kids,
fun.
so
Yeah, neither did I. I would go to my cousin's house, and they had Rugrats everything.
Well,
I
apparently-
like Tommy. I like Chucky. I
Well,
don't
apparently
give a
now, like,
shit.
what is it? That VRV thing they have Nickelodeon
Nickelodeon.
Splat, and they have Shutter on there as well for like I think it's like $6 a month or something. I might transfer to that.
I was thinking about getting it for the Nickelodeon stuff, but then I just got the DC streaming service, and so
How is that by the way? How is that going?
it's okay. I mean, if people are like, hey, I'll spend $5 a month for it, you won't regret it. Because I mean, there are decent things. There are a lot of good comics. They're mastered in high definition. They have a lot of movies now. They keep adding shit. Since it launched officially, they've kind of upped it. So they got every Batman movie, and like the animated ones. They got the DC animated features, all that shit, and they got all Batman the animated series, Superman stuff, Wonder Woman stuff, but they don't have the Wonder Woman movie, and they don't have any of the new DCEU stuff. So if you just
still buy the Blu-ray of the animated series, then is what you're saying?
Yeah, for sure. Our friend Steven actually sent me, he's like, you got to buy it now. So he sent me a super chat to buy it. So I got it coming for the channel, which I'll do an unboxing / review. But Dion, if you're ever like wanting to take a shit, or you have to take a shit, obviously, and you want to watch a DC film, this is the streaming service for you.
Nice. My God.
Sit on the toilet for 2 hours and have your legs go numb and watch a movie.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but I could get lost watching Batman Forever while taking a dump.
Oh, yeah.
Don Terry is Brie Larson equals Spud Larson. Ew, I kind of thought of what is it, Slimer from Ghostbusters? Because Dan, I heard that ugly little Spud.
Yeah, that's true.
Spud Larson. That sounds like one of the commentators from MXC. Kenny Blankenship, Vic Romano, and Spud Larson. McKinney 90. Dion, I know the losers because Spill.com was the original world-class bullshitters to me.
Holy shit, Spill.com, Jesus Christ.
What are they? What they become? Not what they become. Corey and Martin.
What was
Double
it?
Toasted. I used to watch them a lot.
Yep.
I stopped watching them after their Black Panther review.
No, I think I had stopped watching Double Toasted after their review of Ghostbusters, I think is what it was for me.
They talk about some bullshit. They couldn't even give an honest review to The Last Jedi.
So bad. And then Ghostbusters was really bad. And then there was something else that it was like the true breaking back, the straw that broke the camel's back. I think it was when I think it was The Force Awakens when they were talking about that. And I was just like, you know what? Motherfucker, I'm done.
Yeah. McKinney. Okay. Chris P says, hey, Dion, what are your thoughts on a Predator film with the Colonial Marines?
Ooh, I've been waiting for that, and obviously, I'm assuming you brought that up because you've read the novels, the Alien novels, where they go into so many of the characters of the Colonial Marines, and that'd be fucking dope. That'd
be some shit. That'd be awesome.
I'm gonna guess that Chris asked that question because he listens to the show and understands what you're into. Because you definitely are an Aliens, Predator, Terminator, Judge Dredd type of guy. You love that type of not necessarily post-apocalyptic, but that grimier science fiction,
that dark future level.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. And that's one thing about the is that it was violent as shit.
Yeah, and that's probably why he brought up the Colonial Marines, because eventually you have to get into the aliens and predator shit, and oh my god, that'd be just so much fun.
Yeah, and can we not have it be like AVP and AVP Requiem plays, because those movies are horrible.
Those fucking two, Jesus Christ.
Which is the one with Topher Grace?
That's Predators, which is actually pretty good.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that one's good. That one's good.
He was actually good in that.
Was Ken Watanabe in that one?
No, it was a different Japanese dude. That was what's his name?
Eddie
I
Watanabe?
can't remember. No, it wasn't Ken Watanabe. It was a way younger guy. He's in a bunch obviously Japanese action films.
Oh, Japanese action films, you say?
Yeah, Japanese action films, you say? Yes.
They're coming for you.
Coming for you. Oh.
I'm counting on it. Speaking of Japanese and Asian and all that stuff, there's an Asian dude that's directing James Bond. He's the first American to direct a James Bond flick. So
Maybe he'll make it good this time.
Hopefully, Spielberg couldn't do it. So what's his name? Carrie Fu. Oh, God damn it! I had his name pop up earlier. I'll just look it up. But he's directing it. He's the guy that did True Detective season 1.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
Shit!
Let's see.
Here we
Bond
go.
25 director. So by the way, it got pushed back.
Is that the
So
second
this
time it's
go-
gotten pushed back?
What'd you say?
Is it the second time it got pushed back?
I do not know, but check this out. So Bond 25 gets Kerry Joji Fukunaga as the new director for 007. And the movie has been pushed back to February 14th of 2020. So folks, Valentine's Day, there's nothing more romantic than James Bond. So Dion, take Hillary on Valentine's Day 2020. It'll be some anniversary for you guys, what, 12 years or shit like that?
Close enough.
That'll be your 12-year anniversary. Baby, we're going to see James Bond. And then you're going to call me up and be like, motherfucker, he died. I'm like, why? Why is James Bond dead? I hate my life. It won't be that goddamn serious, but I'll be pissed off. Illumina says it's a TV movie, and they're more than likely a YouTube release. Plus, what are your guys' takes on The Predator? So Dion and Kendo, excuse me. No, Dion and Nick, the only other option besides me. You guys saw it on a scale of 1 to 10. What are you guys going to give it?
It was like a 7, I would say, maybe even like a 6.5. It was fun. It was like it was basically a Shane Black 80s action movie now. But that was about it, pretty much.
No, I give it a solid 7. I agree. It's a solid 7. There are definitely a few moments, but they have so many references to the good Predator movies. They even have Jake Busey playing his dad's character's son in the movie.
Yeah, they do, and they even here's also the fucked up thing for like you see some stuff from AVP that's also which makes that canon, which kind of pisses me off a little bit. So I was just like, really?
They reference. They don't really say it, but like they had, they reference the other films where the Predators came to Earth. But the coolest thing is they actually explain like why they call them the Predators, and it's a really fucking cool scene where they're just like, we call them the Predator, and Olivia Munn goes, well, that's not a predator, that's a hunter, and he goes, yeah, well, Predator sounds cool, we voted on it, didn't we, guys? And everyone goes, yeah, and he goes, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that guy, the main like I guess government shadow dude or whatever, Sterling K. Brown. He was so fucking good in that movie.
He probably stole the movie because I've been a fan of him ever since he was Gordon in Supernatural. But
yeah,
he was dope there, and there's a cool because they really try to make it what Predator was, and Predator 2 was action oriented, And now the reason I say it's 7 is having the fucking kid in it. It really does knock it down because you're like, okay, why is this fucking kid still in this fucking movie? But like, there's a part, they to not get too much away, they kidnap the kid, and eventually they gotta team up to fight the fucking Predator. And fucking the main dude, the dude that was the bad guy in Logan, is like, you stole my kid. When this is over, you and I are gonna dance. And fucking Gordon goes, yep, I already got my dancing shoes, and then walks away. It's fucking dope.
He does. Yeah, he does such a good job in this movie. It's so much fun with him. And you can tell he's having like the best time ever making the movie.
It is so fun, dude. I really really liked it. But the solid 7. It's definitely not up there with the first one, but they reference it a lot. They even have it where they're trying to catch up to it, and they get on a bunch of motorcycles and they go get to the choppers.
Oh, I'm never watching that movie now.
You will like it, motherfucker. Trust me. You have definitely like. It's not homage enough where it's annoying, but the little homage moments are there. And again, the action parts are actually, it's violent. You know, I think you dig it for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. It's violent as shit. It's a solid R. I'm glad they made it an R. You know, it's one of those things whenever it comes out on VOD, you know, give it a watch. No big deal. You don't have to like go out and buy it or go watch it now or anything.
Okay. I guess I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, man.
Because we are friends after all. Let's see. Mini Mages says the Predator ending was heartbreaking when Machiko Noguchi didn't come out of that cargo. Is that this new one? Or is that Predators that they're talking about?
Yeah, they're talking about Predators, yeah. But he dies as a badass because he's
yeah, dude. Oh my, I love that.
Because he's part of the Yakuza. And they're like, well, why are you here? And he shows his hand and he goes, because I talk too much. You know, the Yakuza, when they you know, do something dishonorable, they cut off their fucking pinkies. So he goes, I talk too much. So then when they're running from him, they're running through this like field of grass, and he stops, and they all stop, and he turns around towards the Predator, and he looks at him, and he just motions for them to leave, and then he's standing there, and then one of the other Predators decloaks, and they start fighting, and him and the Predator they kill each other. It's fucking cool.
Well, no, shit. but they do it in like this like very cool like samurai like old movie kind of way. It's fucking awesome, man.
Like the Predator realizes what he's doing, and it takes out its fucking blade. It's fucking he goes out like a badass. And then it's cool because in the beginning he fucking has dress shoes on, and he watches them like fight amongst themselves, and he just looks at it, he takes his fucking shoes off, and he starts following them. He's fucking dope.
Oh yeah, fucking love that character, man. Such a good movie.
Mega Man says y'all need to have internet blood sports with Mahler. His opinion is the exact opposite. Haha.
I'm sure it is.
Well, I've had Mahler on the channel multiple times.
Yeah, we love the guy. You know.
Yeah,
it's all good, man.
Oh god, there's an article from comicbook.com. Rumor claims Superman star Henry Cavill wanted his next James Bond. Hurry it up. Get it out there. So we kind of have run long. So what else do we I mean, do we cover the Bat-Peen topic and all the other shit we had, or do we kind of move it on over?
Does Kendall have a Jeff story of the week?
I do.
There you go.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, so Kasdorf the Destroyer is again behind bars. Who is Kasdorf the Destroyer, you ask? Well, he's a West Virginia man that was busted last week. His name's Glenn Allen Kasdorf, age 30. He allegedly assaulted his mother with a spatula during a confrontation in their suburban Charleston home. In addition to a malicious wounding count, Kasdorf was also charged with huffing spray paint, an addiction that resulted in his prior appearance on the website I get this from called Smoking Gun. The 6'4" Kasdorf, mouth ringed with silver paint, is pictured in the above mugshot. I don't have the picture. He's locked up in lieu of $10,000 bail. As was reported by the Smoking Gun in 2015, the origin of the defendant's Kasdorf the Destroyer nickname is unclear. He was previously known as Squirrel, a handle Kasdorf reportedly did not embrace.
What? This sounds like some Mad Max bullshit.
Yeah,
I know. It sounds like some meth bullshit is what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Dan has a story about how a meth lab blew up down the street from his house.
God.
So there's your Jeff story of the week from West Virginia, where Kasdorf the Destroyer is in jail for slapping his mom with a spatula.
Damn.
And huffing spray paint.
I guess the huffing spray paint.
I guess there's not that much to do in West Virginia.
No. Samuel Aragon says the Predators are based as fuck. They want to weaponize autism. Imagine if they absorbed 4chan.
Oh yeah.
Shit, if they tried to weaponize 4chan, it'd be like the ending of Ang Lee's Hulk, where the fucking Nick Nolte's trying to take the Hulk. He goes, too much, and then the Hulk's like, take it. That would be the same thing as taking 4chan.
Fight it for real. That's what he says. Dayton Pfeiffer, thank you very much for your super chat and no message, but we appreciate it. Superfan Adam Shawhan says, World Class Bullshitters Facebook fan page for all to look, please. I checked it out. It's,
I did too.
Lena Dunham is now Dina. Or no, do we like Dina or Leon better?
Leon. Fucking.
Leon Greenham. There you go. That's the fucking name. The portmanteau. Leon Greenham.
Let's say Leon. I like Leon.
Hey, by the way, guys, since people are trying to meme us all the time, and they always get these really bad pictures of our faces, I think when we launch the website, we're going to have a meme us section where I'll provide PSD or PNG files of cutouts of our faces from different angles, and you guys can meme them as you like. So be responsible and make sure you use good quality photos, because I hate seeing the lighting on Dion's pictures. It's like, hey, I'm at a wrestling show in 2010. Photoshop me. I'm like, oh, guys, better photos of Dion and I.
Oh, man.
All right, folks. Well, there's a lot of show left, but I guess we, due to time constraints, we got to move it on over. You guys cool with that?
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
I am comfortable with that, Captain.
All right. So, folks, I'll be back in the morning with a hot, spicy episode of Good Morning Pop Culture, hot morning pop culture, if you will. So don't miss out on that. In the meantime, if you're catching up on the stream, thank you to everybody who has supported World Class Bullshitters. We are growing at a crazy rate again. The subscriber count's going up, the view count's going up, everything's going up. So unlike other people where everything's coming up Millhouse, we're winning. So thanks you to everybody who's making that a possibility. Enjoy your weeks, your weekends. If you don't listen to Good Morning Pop Culture, catch me later in the week with more video content, because I'm always coming at you with another episode.
Wait a minute, Jeff. No!
By the way, everybody, make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Let YouTube know that you like World Class Bullshit. I'm so tired of YouTube saying, hey, guys, no. The fans have spoken. They want us.
Yeah, they really love to fuck us.
That's okay. We fuck back. Harder. We bite it for real.
Oh, God.